All right, hosers, welcome back to a new video. And I thought this was a pretty interesting when I read about it, okay? Now, the question is, why is BC Premier David Eby suddenly talking about building a refinery while still blocking pipelines? Yeah, that's right, okay? This is my hoser take. No spin, just facts with a conservative edge. Now, Felice Chin exposes the hypocrisy. You can't have one without the other. Poilievre's common sense stands out, while Eby's flip-flopping looks extremely weak. Let's hoser all this up, shall we? Now, here's the deal. This comes from a commentary piece. Eby says, if we've got billions, that's with a B, to spend, we should build a refinery to process Canadian oil for domestic use and export, instead of relying on American and Chinese refineries. Yeah, David Eby actually said that. He wants to build a refinery. But experts, okay, supposed experts, point out the obvious. Refineries don't work without pipelines to move the oil. Common sense there. Fuels cannot move themselves. You need transport hubs, tankers, infrastructure, right? You need all that sort of stuff. And refineries only make sense near big markets. There you have it. And North America has a lot of refineries. We just need more of them in Canada. Now, the tanker moratorium on BC's north coast blocks crude exports anyways. So Eby's refinery idea either means more tankers, which he supposedly opposes, or diverting everything through Vancouver with no expansion. This is what you call a familiar NDP dodge. Just build refineries, resurfaces when pipelines become politically inconvenient. Then they disappear when investors run the numbers, right? Now, here's the real hoser take on all this. Eby's flip-flop shows liberal weakness. He talks big about energy independence, but Eby blocks the pipelines needed to make it happen. Carney's government does the exact same thing federally, stalls projects, kills jobs, and imports foreign gas like LNG from Egypt, while our resources just sit here. Poilievre and the Conservatives, they stand strong. They want to improve pipelines fast, shovels in the ground like right away, as soon as possible. Export Canadian LNG, and I have to say clean, or some of the cleanest Canadian LNG to allies. Create thousands of good-paying Canadian jobs. Lower global emissions by using Canadian LNG, by displacing and replacing coal, and secure energy independence. That is what you would call real action. Putting Canadians first, not activists first, right? So Eby, man, Eby's like a guy who wants to buy a car, but refuses to build the road. Poilievre is ready to pave that road, okay? Now, up on my board here, I put up Eby flip-flop. Eby flip-flop. This is all about pushing a refinery while blocking pipelines. Makes no sense. Here's the real hoser view. Liberals, hey, we know they're weak. They talk big, right? They talk big, but they keep stalling projects. Poilievre stands strong. He wants these projects built like right now. For example, pipelines, shovels in the ground now. He wants to export our clean Canadian LNG for good Canadian jobs. Lower emissions by displacing coal, right? Energy independence. And that creates a wealthy Canada. In the end, Eby wants a refinery but blocks pipelines. So that's going nowhere. No refinery is going to be built if you're going to block pipelines, right? Liberal hypocrisy is exposed here as well. Canada needs Poilievre and the Conservatives' real action. Approve pipelines, create jobs, secure energy independence, period. And that's my briefing.